come up on stage. Ebba Fröling from mycoprotein, and you're here to talk about mycoprotein. Did you bring any pictures, by the way, any slides?
Yeah.
You did. Then I hand you the clicker.
I hope so, at least. They will be here.
We'll see. Otherwise, we'll. So I'll leave it up to you to take it away to what mycoprotein and who you are.
Yeah. Have you had your mycoprotein today?
I've had my protein, but unfortunately not mycoprotein.
No.
It's no, sorry.
I heard that they're actually serving soon downstairs in the test kitchen. So
I had my mycoprotein yesterday.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm adding it to my meals.
Yeah. Okay, so I will start with my normal question of how many have heard about mycoprotein before? Raise a hand. Quite some few, I would say. But for the ones that haven't, we have a tagline of having quite a boring ingredient. So why is it boring? Well, Promic, as we call our product, which is a mycoprotein, which is then a fungi-based vegan protein source, has basically no color, as you can see on the picture. This is maybe a bit too much yellow, I would say, than what is actually in the reality. And it has no taste, it's very neutral in taste, no sugar, no allergens. So why is this so good then? Some of you have maybe done your part of product development. You know that soy and pea protein have this pretty annoying off taste. When you buy vegan products, there is something there that is this off taste. And usually, my personal opinion is that it's quite good products on the market today when it comes to taste and texture. It can be a much better, of course, but everyone is looking a little bit, what is the next big thing? That is not soy, that is not pea protein. When you start comparing them, you're also looking on the back side of the package. What does this product include? What are the additives, where it's produced, how it's produced, what does it contain? And with Promic then, if you work with that as a protein source instead of soy and pea protein, for example, you can skip all of the additives to mask the off flavors. You only need to focus on what you want the product to taste like. If you want it to be more chicken, more meat, more fish taste, whatever you want. My personal opinion, I don't know about you, Johan, but I think like in 5 years from now, it will not be about tasting and feeling exactly like meat. It will just be a simple ingredient that is easy to cook with and that tastes good. We have also developed quite a few of other ingredients as well. Today we are offering the product like a frozen minced product that can be replaced by TVP, textured pea or soy protein, for example, but in wet form then. But we've also developed quite a few of other applications as well, something we called Promic fat. And what is that then? If you have developed quite different vegan alternatives, you know that the fat is normally an issue. You want this to keep the fat to being juicy. Normally when you work with plant-based fat, it loses directly when you put it on the pan. With Promic fat, that keeps it in the product. This is a product that we are scaling as of now. It's not something that we can offer today, but we have sent it out to some of our customers, and there is a lot of potential in this type of product to develop new type of vegan products. But today we are located in Gothenburg. We are a Swedish company. We have 35 employees sitting with us in Gothenburg in our headquarters. We have built what we call MIND, mycoprotein Innovation and Development Center. That is Europe's biggest demo facility of mycoprotein, the biggest ingredient producer of mycoprotein in Europe. We have a production capacity of 100 tons of annual production volume. We have so far filed 10 patents. And we have developed, I would say, a lot more than 30 food applications. So this actually needs to be updated quite a lot. But if you come to us in Gamlestan in Gothenburg, it looks a bit like you're coming into a brewery or a dairy, but with the only difference that instead of brewing beer, we are brewing proteins. And we can produce this in less than 24 hours. So today we produce approximately 200 kilos per day in the middle of Gothenburg. And we are, as of now, building our first commercial factory in Falkenberg. Actually, we have heard quite a lot about Falkenberg here in Halland. And that's going to be ready next year in Q2 2023. It's going to be called 3P, Promic Production Plant, and it's going to be first of its kind, but one of many factories that we want to build worldwide. Because that's also one of the good things about mycoprotein and the production of it, is that it can be produced anywhere in the world. Also something that we see now with climate and what's happening is that a lot of harvest going to waste because it's too hot. But here we can produce everything in a controlled system. And the initial capacity of what we are building is 5,000 tons per year, but we are not stopping there. We have the ambition of coming up to 100,000 tons and becoming the world's biggest producer of mycoprotein.
That's it. I think this is amazing.
I believe so too.
100,000 tons of protein in a factory. And of course, you could build even more factories. You could scale this in any type of direction. Have a question up there?
Oh, that I cannot go into details of, but I will be more than happy to send you some details on it.
A very technical question regarding the composition of the fats. But let's focus now on the volumes here. But if you can scale this, this also means that it's not that expensive, this protein?
No, I mean, of course, we want to be cost competitive as an ingredient as well. And even though we are a bit higher than soy and pea protein today, even though it's a lot of fluctuation in the market today, we see that the end calculations will still be a lot cheaper due to then that you don't need to add all of these processing steps and all of the extra ingredients. But yeah, price will be super crucial for us.
But you're actually competing then price-wise with something that we think is cheap as hell, like soy protein, which is of course grown in these huge, previous rainforests in South America, and this means that we can actually move in a lot of the protein production from the fields into factories with roughly the same type of efficiency.
Yeah.
Like isn't that food tech? Or
I would say with more efficiency, that we
even
can
more
produce in a
so
lot less of time. We don't need these big land areas to produce.
And as you say, 24 hours, and that's between when you put the first myco whatever seeds in the tank, and then you feed them what?
That's a fantasy to describe it as seeds, but this is this fungi that we feed with sugar, any type of carbohydrates actually it can grow on, and then it converts it to protein and fiber. In dry form, we have 60% protein, 12% fiber, for example.
Okay, this means that Sweden can really cover its entire need of proteins from mycorrhiza factories.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so we don't need to be dependent on the climate anymore, or having large pieces of lands where cows graze.
Yeah, and I mean we don't believe that we will replace all of it. That is not our ambition either. And we are not the ones saying that you should never eat meat again. You should only eat Promic, or soy is bad. You should only eat Promic. We believe that we need more ways of producing food. When the population is growing and the climate is what it is, as you know, we need other ways of producing food. So we see it as a complement.
It is. No. So a lot of discussion in the food sector over the years, or the the food system discussions have been, we need to eat less protein because proteins come from cows. Cows burp methane gases, and they graze on rainforest land, right? And then I personally have a problem with my metabolic system. That means I need to eat more proteins and less carbs. And I was like, shit. So I will either die or I will kill the planet, which is kind of a bad place to be.
You don't want to choose between those two.
But now suddenly I don't have to feel bad about eating proteins anymore.
No, it's a solution for you.
It's a solution for me and for the planet.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you. And just to add on, as I said, there will be serving some of our products downstairs.
Yeah,
the chefs have been working with Promic, and if you don't get hold of it, please feel free to reach out to me. There is also some flyers laying around, and we would be more than happy to serve you some samples or send you some samples.
And I think it's also a wonderful combination, because here we have Promic probably being combined with some umami sauces
Most
downstairs.
likely. I've
Most
heard
likely.
yesterday.
Yes,
Delicious.
that's delicious.
Thank
Try
you,
it out.
Johan.
Okay, thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Ebba. Okay, a big round of applause for Ebba. Let's move on over to the next session here. We're going to talk about water because now we're thirsty because we tasted all that salty umami flavors in our mouth. And